us about how you
Just
got
it was
played.
kind of, it was a funny game. I mean, strange. Just when you feel like you got them almost down where they can't even breathe, and then we do something really stupid and let them get going again. All three phases. I mean, it just something pops up all three phases at some point in time. We get a stop, and then all of a sudden we got a penalty. We got to go back out and play. Then we go back out with great field position, and we get up a long ball. There's stuff like that all the time. But they're a very capable team, and they've hung with some people for 2 quarters for sure and 3 quarters every week. And they've got some good football players that make plays, But I did not like the inconsistency that we had tonight. It's something, every time we turn around. One time we've got a clean shot to hit a guy in the back and we just whiff it. And then, we give up a long ball. Another time we quarterback scrambles a little bit. We got good coverage. I don't know what DB thought the play was over or something. He lets up and hit another long ball to set it up. But, a lot of lost yardage plays and then a lot of big plays. Just the consistency wasn't there at all.
Well, that's the play of Devin Taylor today.
Thought Devin obviously played very well statistically. Y'all probably saw all that, but he had a good, consistent game too. We had 2 pass breakups and an interception today, which is very pleasing. But the problem is in both defensive ends.
Defensive line seemed to play well, but the secondary seemed to struggle.
Well, overall, all those big plays. Now, one of them, I really don't put it on the secondary. We got a guy free on a blitz. You got to hit the quarterback. He whiffs him, and of course, we give up a stop and go route. That guys playing coverage back there, trusting when you got a pressure call that he's covering that for a certain amount of time. But we had some guys out of position on a couple of coverages where I thought they threw balls that we should have had a play on it. And then a couple times they just beat us. They beat us one-on-one man coverage. Played more man tonight than we've been playing. And I thought that they out-executed us and beat us in man coverage a couple of times, and they were third downs. Some of them were third downs. The last touchdown, I think it was the last touchdown, we're playing a man-free coverage and should have a post player sitting right on that route. I don't know where he was.
Ellis Culver went out in the 4th. They said it was a shoulder injury. You know what it is?
I don't know. I hadn't heard anything about that.
Spurrier was saying that he really liked Marty Marquette's playing on special teams, and he might look at him to play some corner.
We got to look and see if he'll help us. Marty got in the doghouse early in the year for something outside of football. It was an academic thing, and he had showed a little promise in the spring and somewhat in the early season. But then he kind of had those 2 or 3 weeks where we had to put him on the scout team. The thing he shows is effort, and that's what coaches. Coaches are tired of watching guys that don't finish plays. Either lack of concentration or effort or whatever it is for a guy to finish a play. And Marty's done some good things in kick coverage lately, and has competed well. And I think he's just kind of excited about the fact that kids got a little energy. But we got to see if he can help us a little bit.
Number 3, like third down in your nightmares. Yeah,
same old. And we're getting people. Run game was pretty good, other than the misdirection play to end around. Once was a reverse, but the other time it was a Z around of a closed formation. Did not play that well. Gave up 4 long runs or 4 good runs on that. But other than that, the run game sound again. We're getting people in 2nd and long and 3rd and long, and you're almost starting to reach in the bag now and say, "Well, wonder what we can do." What are they going to play well? But we mix pressure, we mix man coverage, mix zone coverage, and in every case, it's just somebody not in position, not making a play. I don't think we can go back and draw up anything different or find any magic secrets. Just got to get some guys finishing the play and making some play on the ball.
Is it becoming an effort thing?
No, I don't think it. Well, one time, the long play, when the quarterback got scrambled a little bit, it wasn't even a 3rd down play. It was a 2nd down play or a 1st down play. But that one, I think the defensive back evidently thought that, the play was over and kind of wandered off the guy looking around for the ball. By that time, he didn't have a relationship to the receiver. That one I remember. But, another one, they did a nice job. One time they emptied the formation and then motioned across and got us a little out of coverage. One of their touchdowns was a very well executed play. I give them a lot of credit on that one. Could have had a chance to play on the ball, didn't get good pressure on the quarterback. That was a well executed play by Tennessee. But the first long pass, not finishing out in coverage. Another long pass whiffed him on his own pressure where we got a guy that got a clean shot on the quarterback. There's nothing wrong with the coverage. just a variety of things. We've got to get more consistent.
Ellis, in terms of turnovers, what's the difference between today and previous games where you weren't able to cause the turnovers like you did today?
Well, anytime you can turn the ball over, it changes the field position, changes the momentum, and that's what I was saying. We did some great things today. I mean, that's some really good things we did. That was going on defense at a time where we're about to lose the whole momentum of the game. Devin takes that thing and runs it in, and there's a little energy out there. But then, on the other hand, we're giving up too many big plays, and but the turnovers were huge. I think we got 2 fumbles and an intercept, and one of them was didn't have anything to do with our play. Antonio Allen had a great play on a sack and stripped the quarterback. Probably should have had 3 more. We get back there and we can't strip the ball. But on the other hand, we get free later in the game on about the same pressure, and we whiffed him, and he throws a long ball. But no question about it. I mean, turnovers were our friend today. And the other thing we had to fight through, and I don't think we did it very well, you get a stop, then you get a penalty in the kicking game, you got to go right back out there and play. We get a stop, and then we just about to get a stop, and then all of a sudden you got a substitution problem that moves the sticks, and now you got a 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, which is hard to stop. Just things like that, penalties. And, stuff that gets you back out on the field. You can eliminate a lot of yards and a lot of time and a lot of points if you shouldn't even be out there if you get yourself off the field.
Is the performance by the secondary today a little disconcerting, considering now you get probably the best throwing quarterback in the SEC coming into town?
I thought it was very concerning because of what inconsistency in it. And, I still don't know if we made a play on the ball tonight. I'm not sure. One doesn't jump out in my mind. We had some good coverage at times. Very good coverage. And, we're up at the top of the conference in sacks. A lot of times those sacks are because people are covered. So it's not like it's not getting done at any time. We've got good coverage back there a lot of times. But the consistency of it and the dependability of the thing, there's still some problems that people have got to get better. And more or less, we tweaked a few things. Coach talked about a few things a couple of weeks ago. We quit playing as many check coverages and doing a few little things differently to let the kids settle in and be more aggressive. And I don't see any difference in the performance. I don't see any difference in the finish. I don't see any difference in the amount of plays on the ball. So we just have to keep pressing on them and keep working on them. Obviously, you got a statistically better team coming in this week, but Tennessee's got players, and nobody needs to kid yourself. But Arkansas, obviously, statistically, is coming in here just like Kentucky. They know how to throw it and they know how to move it.
Will it at least help to have some film of a drop back passer? Talk like last week, Vanderbilt really wasn't that kind of team. This was more of a.
I don't know. I mean, we've played drop back quarterbacks this year. I think probably a kid from Kentucky and a boy from Arkansas might be the 2 best because of the system. That's what they do. They're big, tall kids. They play that kind of scheme. Pocket passing and pro style, and they get the receivers out. They get a lot of receivers out, 5 out a lot. So there'll be some similarities. Hopefully these kids will learn from it. Don't know how much carryover there'll be with the game plan, but there'll certainly be some similarities in the fact that we're going to have to cover people in the drop back passing game.
What do you think Ryan Mal's going to be thinking when he's watching today's game film?
I don't know. Same thing he sees when he plays everybody, I guess.